Hello everybody! Welcome to Agashi Review, where I review movies, dramas that you don't want to waste your time watching. I'll give you a synopsis, shorts review, along with my thoughts and opinions. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Now let's go into the review. Hello everybody, Agashi here. So today I'm doing a Chinese drama review on The Longest Promise. Who's waited the longest for this drama? I remember when the trailer came out, it was like 2 years ago. Like, I swear, it's always like 2 years away or something like that. But actually, I was able to watch all of it in like 3 days. So I really pushed through to watch, or just basically watch what I wanted to watch, because some of the stuff, honestly, I'll be very honest with you guys, I didn't care to pay attention to. It was just kind of like, I don't care. But it's a total of 40 episodes. I already finished airing. I watched all of it. And it's no promotion, but it was on Netflix, so I watched all the available episodes on Netflix, and I was like, okay, I gotta go and watch my other subscription and finish up this drama, you know. So I watched it all, and honestly, I love Sean's acting. I've seen him on My Emperor. I watched him in The Untamed, just parts that I want to watch him in The Untamed. I watched him in The Oath of Love. He is so handsome, modern, and seeing him in this drama, he's so much more handsome too, you know. But so much dramas of him, and I really enjoy it, and I was just like so excited for, you know, and he has tons of other dramas coming up too. So I was able to watch it, so I'm gonna go over the cast synopsis and whatever other dramas, the episodes of everything that I watch, and share you guys my thoughts. But as for our cast, we have Xiao Zhan, that's his name, but I like calling him Sean. Sean Xiao as Xingying, and then we have Miriam as Zhiyang, and then Alan Fang as Qiyun, and then Wang Shurang as Bai Shulu. I don't like her. Wang Jiji as Qinggang. It is Xingqing. I was gonna call him Minghui. No, Minghui. It's him and Minghui. But and then Marcus Ling as Chongming, and then Yin Xinjian as Xinju, and Liu Yu Xiao as Bai Shuying. So, as for the synopsis, the aloof prince of Kongsang, Xingying, and the righteous princess of the Crimson Clan, Zhiyang, has the predestination in their life. The framing of the queen resulted in the prince being banished to Jiyu Mountain to cultivate. By mistake, they meet and became masters and apprentices for 3 years. Xingying fell in love with Zhiyang from the moment he saw her. When Zhiyang was 13 years old, Xingying sent Zhiyang off to Qiyu Mountain and gave her the jade bone hairpin and the bride price of the successful empress of Kongsang. Basically, well, the evil started to rise. Kongsang is in danger. Xingying mistakenly thought that Xu Yu, who grew up with Zhiyang, was the sea emperor, so he sealed Qiyun. I'm sorry, their names are so familiar. I'm gonna confuse myself. But this led to a battle between Xiyun and Zhiyang, and Xiyun was killed accidentally by Zhiyang, or voluntarily, and he stabs him and he dies. You know, fate then works against them, bring back to each other, trying to choose between political struggle and just basically life and love and everything for them. So putting aside everything, their main focus is just to protect the Kongsang city, continental, basically. So that's kind of like the whole gist of the drama. But recap on the whole drama, or what I watched from beginning to the end. The drama starts us off with a wedding, which is the princess of the Crimson Clan, Zhiyang, is getting married. It's an arranged marriage by the emperor, all stuff like that. She doesn't want to, so she quickly paints a picture of her, like a drawing of herself, to create an illusion so she could escape. During the wedding, she creates like a sand demon to come and with her create chaos, that she died, blah blah blah, all these things like that. So doing that, she pretends that she's dead. She runs away, and during her escape, she meets her master, Xingying, who comes to the wedding, know what she was up to, and there's the jade bone hairpin where you could use it to cast spell. Pay attention to it. This is the most important thing throughout the whole drama. And he's all like, why'd you do this? It was a gift I gave you. And then that ends it there for us, and it flashes us to when they were kids and how they meet. He was a young crown prince of Kongsang, who it was the day of the emperor's birthday, and Xu Yun came with her father to celebrate, and she wants to meet the handsome crown prince that everybody's been talking about. They first meet. He helps get her this flower, and she doesn't know that he's the crown prince. A lot of chaotic things happen day and night, and then she learns that he's the prince, and a lot of things happens. Anyways, a lot of chaotic things happen the same day and night there, causing the empress most beloved consort to frame Xiyin to that he killed her, she died. The empress is going to punish Xiyin and his mother. The empress gets in between and they fight, argue. The mother decides to fake their death. She creates an illusion of him using the jade bone hairpin, sending him off with Da Ximing to the Jiyu mountain and the mom. The fire breaks out. The mom is injured. She loses her voice. She kind of like burns partial of her skin and everything, and the illusion of him is dead. He promised to train to come back to clear his and his mother's name and their innocence. Learning that the crown prince is dead, Shen Yu secretly mourns for him and tears, like she cries into the flower she holds, and causing like this light to go off and disappear into her forehead. So she ends up having like this little flower forehead on her, mark on her. Da Ximing observes like this whole thing and senses that someone has done something to tie Xiyin to them, and this will it's kind of like the yin and the yang meeting, and this person is destined to kill Xiyin. So either Xiyin kills the person, or the person gonna kill them, like pretty much cursed people. So all these things like that it happens because they're like, they don't believe that he's dead or whatsoever. So anyways, but like Shen Yu on the other hand learns that she's gonna learn this special magic technique that will bring the dead back. So she's gonna make sure the crown prince comes back to life and takes his spot. 5 years later, Zhu Yang is trying to bring Xiyin back because basically they're like, he's dead. He goes into the immortal realm. She's trying to go into the immortal realm, bring him back to the mortal realm. So she gets directed to Jiyu mountain, where she actually does meet him, but he pretends like he's not the crown prince, but he remembers who she is. And upon like hearing her introduce herself, and he has kind of like assistant Chomin, who is like the divine bird, and he like, he believes, and he's pretty much what Da Ximing tells him, that if the cursed lady or the cursed person ever stumble upon Xi, make sure Xi kills this person so he lives. So that's all like Chongming has been trying to do the whole drama, is making sure that Xi kills the cursed person who is like tied faith with him to basically end his life, So they meet her and they're kind of like, is she the one? But Chongming like kind of like looks up her birthday and everything, like concluded that okay, she's okay, put your mind at ease, she's nothing, she's just trying to find what she's trying to find, she's not the person whose curse is gonna get you. A few things happens. He sends her home, erases her memory, she doesn't remember what happened she did in the Jiyu mountain, and then eventually she learns that his mother passed away. She's been living like locked up in the palace, waiting for the day her son is fully trained, can be strong to take care of himself, and he was able to create like a medicine and stuff like that to cure his mother, sending it to her. Her voice is back to normal, she's kind of cured. She overhears the maid talking about that she's cured, she's recovered. She knows that if she lives, she's going to become a weakness, a target to her son. She decides to eat burning charcoal to kill herself. And so she sends notice to her son saying that once he's ready to come and prove his innocent, he will go ahead and do it. But his mother's gonna leave. She's gonna leave because she knows the longer she stays, the more hardship she's gonna bring to him. So learning that his mother died, he blames himself and he starts to lash his anger. And Deng Ximing sees that like he's super powerful. He has to calm down, because when he gets angry, upset, he brings lightning and thunder. His emotion can't control this. So that's how strong he is. And they must not know. He's like a chosen one to basically bring peace to the realm and to Kongsang and everything like that. So it's like, okay, you have to calm down because you're not ready to fight the people out there who's trying to kill you. Anyway, anger about his mother's death, he falls into the demonic state where like Shu Yao is in there, who gets introduced way later. He's the bad guy, and Chu Ming brings Chu Yang to help and save him. She kind of like doesn't remember sort of because they erase her memory. She ends up helping him, and she gets injured in between. It involves them helping each other back and forth. And this is where she discovered the flower blossom on her forehead. So it makes Chuming realize now, like, she is the destined one for you, but it doesn't make sense. Her birthday didn't match anything. We learned that about her birthday. She admits that she was born on an extremely cold, the coldest day of the winter. At the age of 2, her father took her to the palace, learning that, you know, of the extreme condition of the yin and yang and stuff like that. He wanted to put the safety of his daughter, so he publicly announced that his daughter was born on a different birthday. So they like, okay, yeah, she's destined. She's the cursed lady. They're destined to basically kill each other. But she refused to do that to her because they helped each other so much already by this point. Because so at this point, it's like already at episode 6 is on. So, you know, so he was just like, it's okay. You know, he made a promise to his mother that he was never going to seek revenge. Revenge is not the answer to anything, basically. He's just going to cherish his own life as his mother wished and protect the world as he can, learning all these techniques and all this stuff that he's going to learn and destined to basically save the world. Anyways, we get introduced to other characters like Bai Luxi, Bai Xiying, who are sister. Xiu, who is Xiying's younger brother, is now the current like emperor, crown prince, or whatever like that. And him and Xiying meets, and she doesn't know that he's the crown prince, falling in love, not letting other know. Shilu is always out there to ruin her sister's life and everything like that, because she's obviously she's an illegitimate child versus Xiying, who is the legitimate child of the Bai family. A lot of dumb things happen between them, and Shulu is just so frustrating. I hate her. I'm sorry. She just reminds me of Bichang until the end of the moon. Like, oh, so annoying. Like, the whole time. She does not deserve Jingang at all. He should go back to Minghui. I'm sorry, that's like literally in my head whenever I'm like watching it. I don't like her. I'm just like, ugh, like, oh my god, you're so annoying, you know. But anyways, Xiying officially turns 18, and he's crowned and made an official student of Qiying Mountain. Now, a lot of family members from Noble's family are invited to see who can pass to be his first student, because now he's becoming a master and everything. He needs a student. Dai Ximing plans to make sure that either Bai Shilu or Bai Shiying gets to become his first student, because that's his mom's like family lineage line, and make sure that he marries into one of them to keep it on like family line and everything, and he goes back to take his line throne as the correct or rightful emperor of Kongsang. So upon hearing news about trying to get a disciple or student for Xiying, Su Yang is persuaded to go, and she must gain, basically to remind her, you have to gain the ability to revive the prince again. She goes and participate in the election exam. When she goes, she learns that the official divine official is Xiying, who she's made. She's like, I don't want to do this. I don't like him, you know, I don't want to be with him, but she still participates and goes through with it. After the selection, a lot of them gets picked, and they get to stay for 1 month of training, and at the end of it, they're going to go through one last duel to see who is fitted to be a Xiying student. Throughout these, it's like episode 8 to 13, it's like a month worth of training and a lot of interaction between Xiying and Chuyang. And Jia Ximing wants by Shulu to be the first student and becomes the empress of Kongsang. So basically making sure that she ranks rank 1, and with his help she's going to become the student for Xiying. So her character, like, you know, like I said, she's so annoying, but eventually she doesn't like, all she wants is just to see who holds the most power. Basically, that's all she wants, because in her family she's being looked down upon all the time. So that's all she wants. Like, that's why, like, if she doesn't get Xiying, she's gonna go after Xiyu. And it's like, Xiyu is in love with your sister. Why would you do that? You're so mean. She doesn't give a crap as long as she gets power. That's all. And that's why she doesn't want Qinggang, because he's just a general. I'm like, that's so mean. Ugh, she doesn't deserve any of this. But anyways, at the episode 13, Xiyang passes and she becomes Xiying's student. That Xiying doesn't like her, but Xiyang goes all of his way to save her, protect her, everything. Fast forward 2 years later, she's advanced so much and she's always by Xiying's side. He must cultivate to reach the real state, to immortality stuff, as you know, to make sure he's okay, so he can basically go back to take care of Kong Sang. Anyways, things get interrupted and he's never achieved that. That Ximing is upset about it and he's like basically blaming Xuyang about it. But there's a spy among them in the Xiyu mountain, the people that's passing on information back to the Kongsang Palace that Xiyang is still alive and he's the crown prince. So this whole time Xu doesn't know, she doesn't learn, she doesn't know at all that he's the crown prince. Besides he's having the same name, you know. And she eventually learns in episode 17 that after they fight the Ice Clan and they go through life and death of saving each other, he tells her he doesn't want, like, she learns that he is the crown prince, but he tells her he doesn't want to go back to it. He's happy with his life and he's happy with the things he is, and he doesn't care about those things. He still talks to his brother and his brother's gonna get it all, you know. He doesn't want any parts of it. But anyways, that Ximing learning the truth that Shiyan is the cursed lady who's either going to kill Xiying or vice versa. So he sends Shiyang back home and she leaves and she ends up getting arranged into her arranged marriage. This is where it brings us back to the beginning of it. So the beginning of the drama where everything starts. So she goes home, gets married. She basically tells her master, like, come, I'm gonna get married, you're never gonna see me again. But he's kind of like, you know, go live your life and, you know, move on, you know. Like, he starts to realize his feelings here for her, but he doesn't want to admit to it because he took the oath at the beginning that he was gonna go into all of this and he was not gonna fall in love, he was not gonna get married. So he doesn't want that to happen to her, and he just wants her to get married, move on, forget about her. So this is where she creates her illusion and he comes to the wedding. They both learn the reason why she was put into this arranged marriage was to use her as a puppet to control the Western, and eventually kill her off. Resolving all of this, both of them, they get into, like, you know, a couple arguments and everything like that, and it's just hilarious, and we get to see them evolve and interact more and more. And it brings us, you know, throughout all of this episodes, we get like seeing Xu Yun doing other things. He's an immortal. He's a Sea Emperor who's been hiding. He has like a little bit of blood of him of being the Sea Emperor, and he's been hiding because he fears of the demonic state that he goes into. And previously, 200 years ago, he was in love with Yao Yi, who is Xu Yang's ancestor, who looks exactly like her. Lots of secret about him, and when Xi gets injured, he hears him and they tag along to the journey to basically for him, Xi, to finish everything. They become, like, you know, they get a lot of more interaction between them, learning that Xi is the Sea Emperor, all his secret, his identity to the safety of the world, no more chaos, but believing in the prophecy that the Sea Emperor is going to end Kongsang people and bring the mer people in and fight. By like episode 28, Xiang realized, you know, all of that, and then in between like that, you know, it goes up to episode 28. There's constant fighting, constant going back and forth. Xiang realizes feeling for Xiang and decides that he's going to step down from being his priesthood or divinehood, whatever, and go back to being immortal again. But he must go through hardship to go back. That Ximing is not happy about this because all they want is basically to end war and revenge and all these things to fight. But he doesn't want any of that, as he remembers his mom's words, don't ever seek revenge for happiness. So that's why he's never wanting to seek revenge or fight people to basically get back for what they did to him and his mom. But most importantly, he wants Xu, like, that means he wants Xu Yang away from Xingming because he's like, you are the curse related to him. You're gonna end up killing him, and he has to kill you. So he puts like useless words in her mind, saying that she's not fitted for Xi Yin, and Shulu is fitted for them. So now, like episode 32 right there, they start to care a lot about each other, spend time together. We get a lot of sweet moments of them, but because of what that Ximing said to her, it's always running in her head, and she thinks that Shulu is going to marry Xiyang soon. So tons of back and forth fighting between the Sea Kingdom, Kongsang, and stuff like that from episode 33 to 35 right there. We learn that the consort that killed herself, that blamed it on Ximing when he was young, she's actually a merfolk, part of the Sea Kingdom, who was set out to kill the crown prince of Kongsang, which is Xiyang, as the prophecy. So, because like the prophecy is he was born to set peace and righteousness onto Kongsong, and basically he's going to end the Sea Kingdom. That's why they needed to end him before he ends them. So he's given the Crown Prince title, and everybody's targeting him, and the Sea Emperor is still alive, and the evil star has appeared, and it will guide them to exterminate Kongsong. So Xiyang's mission is to end the Sea Emperor, and he will do whatever it takes to do that. He wants to do that before he steps down. Xiyang saved Xiyuan from fighting and all do this. Both are hurt, and she's like, I love Xiyang, you know, and she's like, you know, I want to protect him, and he is not who you think it is. Even if he is the Sea Emperor, he wants the best. He's not gonna follow your prophecy. Your prophecy isn't truth. It's not even happening yet. It's just a prophecy of the future. Xiyang is trying to make the changes now. They get into a fight. She is so upset that she admits that she likes the other guy versus him. So he officially cuts ties between them, ends their master and student relationship, and all that. And it's just like sad moment. She's like, what the hell? Like, basically, what the hell, you know? I'm not allowed to love you. You're not allowed to love me. So what if I love another person? Why are you cutting ties between us? Basically her thoughts. But anyways, we get focused into Qinggang. Like he's in along this all the time, and he's basically throughout it. He's just a general where the queen, the empress, they use him to do things for them, and he's just like that. He falls in love with Shulu, but I'm sorry, this lady just wants power. She don't care about him. Eventually, she does fall in love with him too, but he's like, she's still the same. He's never gonna change. And then when he cut ties with her, she's heartbroken. She finally realized that he's important to her. Like, that's many things. So stupid. Anyways, but like I said, I'm like, just go back to Ming Hui. You don't need this lady. But anyways, Xi Yun and Xi Yin goes into battle to end this chaos, to see whoever wins. Whoever wins basically wins your prophecy, or wins your side, whatever. Xu Yuan, both men are fighting to put peace at the world, and Xu Yuan basically saying that, you know, I just want the safety for the merfolk, my people. So he ends up dying. And this changes the whole prophecy and everything, where she is like, okay, I fixed it. And what is it? This angers Xu Yang. When she sees it, she blames Xi for and his stupid prophecy for hurting so many people, and she's like, I love him. How dare you do this? I hate you. You kill the person I love. She is so hurt to hear this. So he takes the sword and stabs it, like she's holding it, and stabs into himself, and he kills himself, saying he apologized for killing the person she loves. And he asks him that, and he tells her he's gonna use his life to make up for what he did for hurting her, for making her heartbroken. He gives her the jade bone hairpin because he took it back previously, and he dies in her arms, and he tells her, you know, like, I'm sorry I killed the one you love. And then when he dies, she's like, I'm sorry. Why can't you read my mind? I love you. I just like him. I don't understand why you have to do like your prophecy and everything. I've loved you from the day one that I know you were the crown, like from day one, meeting you as the young crown prince, falling in love with you, still loving you when learning that you were the crown prince all along, my long lost crush. All of that. But yeah, anyways, from episode 35 to 37 there, she learns everything that Xian loved her, and he wanted to complete his mission of his prophecy, give up his immortality to be with her. The jade, she learns from Chongming that the jade bone hairpin is a relic from the Kongsang Palace, where many emperors in the past have given to who they want to be their empress and who they love for many centuries, and it's been passed on. Basically, she's his empress. And so she goes into the Star Revival Blood Oath, which she was trying to learn in the first place, and she revives him. And it's only a short time period. She has to be very careful because she could die along the way. So she goes and she does bring him back, and she's basically promised that she will disappear from him forever. So because he already died, she split up her life. Each of them has 27 years to live. He wakes up, he doesn't remember her. For the first 3 days and 3 nights, he's still in recovering mode. During that time, she takes care of him in the mountain, and she starts to get side effects of losing her 5 senses, you know. They start to fall in love again, but she ends up bleeding. When she leaves, she can't see or hear or feel anything anymore. Shulu and Xingang finds her and they cure her. Xi wakes up and remembers everything and learns that Xiyang saved him, and obviously 7 years left to live. He starts seeking for her, looking for her. From episode 38 to 40 right there, Xiyang is cured, and Xian gives up his immortality life. He has to go through the trial, and if he survives, he comes back as an immortal. If he doesn't, he becomes a demon. He does survive, and Dai Ximing helps him and dies. He tells Xian everything of the past, that he was able to go uncover the truth, cleared him and his mother's name, and he's happy for that's because that was his mission to do. He completed that. He's happy, and he's happily passed away. Xiang eventually comes back. Xiyang eventually comes back to him. They get back together, love each other, all that. Xian is back alive as the evil star has taken over him, who is Xiao Yu, the god of destruction that we've been seeing all along, in between and getting into people when they go into a demonic state, whatever like that. He takes because he's now Xian. He takes Xiang and takes her as a replacement of Yao Yi, tries to brainwash her to have the memory of Yao Yi again. Xian comes back, make a dramatic entrance, fight, save Xian, comes back, thinking they defeated him. They get married, but Xiang knows that she has to return back and end everything, especially Xiao Yu, the demon inside of him, and put everybody at ease. So they end up fighting at the end, all the way to the end. Xiang ends up like Xian dies. Xiao Yu goes into Xiyang. Xi takes it into him and tells her, "You have to kill me with Xiao Yu in me," you know. So she do what a student is supposed to do for their master, follow command. So she takes the jade bone, stabs into him, kills Xiang and Xiao Yu in all of it at once. And before he leaves, like, he turns into all the flower petals and everything, and he tells him, "Every year when the flower blooms, that means I'm back to visit you." Everyone is happy. A year has gone by. Shu Yu is now the emperor. He marries Xu Ying. They have a beautiful baby boy. Xiao Lu and Xingang are happy. Xuyang is still longing for Xi Ying. She waits. Basically, as she waits and wishes for him, he appears. Kind of like how in the beginning, how he gave her the flower as kids. The flower blooms. He comes back and they meet. And that's like the end of it. And so I was just like, that's the end of it for us. So remember, like, the Gongsheng bracelet, that they're linked together, just like that. And also, like, at the end where they have like the emperor rings or whatever, and it links together, and how they defeat Xun. It doesn't matter, they link together. He will appear to visit her as she wishes, and it's his promise to her. Hence the title, The Longest Promise. She's gonna wait and he will appear. So basically, that's the drama for us, and I'm sorry for such a long review for you guys, but that's like all of the 40 episodes that I was able to watch. What I watched in between, some of the stuff I just kind of didn't care. I was kind of like, whatever, just focusing on them, focusing on what I want to focus on, the people and everything like that. But yeah, reading upon it, per the novel, this is just a prequel. There's more to it, and it is end up being a happy ending. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I will find out what happens in there. But I honestly, in my opinion, I like it. I did feel like it was a waste. Some stuff was a waste, but I really enjoy when they became master and student, and literally the last 10 episodes of the drama, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. So like the first half and the last half was good, and in the between was kind of like where it frustrates me a lot. But I was really happy. We were able to give a little bit of their sweetness and everything before all of the chaotic things happened. But you know, honestly, Shang did a very good job playing Xi Yang and his character, and he was so nice on his outfits and everything, and the powers and all of that, his fighting and everything. He's so good. It's so well done. And like, oh my gosh, towards the end, like when she revives him, oh my gosh, Sharon, you could tell she cried so much in those last couple episodes, like literally cried. Her eyes were so puffy. You could feel her pain. So she did such a good job towards the end of playing her character of heartbroken in love and all of that. So in my opinion, there's some stuff that are boring, useless, but it's a really good drama, and it makes sense for it to be this way. You know, they're predestined, they're tied, their fate, everything are tied together, obviously because of things they went through, dumb prophecies that he follows or stuff that happens. It causes them to be like this, but it is a promise they make to each other, or he makes to her, that regardless, I will come visit you. Vice versa, she will come and visit him too, because if it was where she passes away, she's still gonna come and visit him. So hence the reason why that's the title. But in my opinion, I really like it towards like the last 10 episodes where they were able to give us that, and just to see them interact again and be together. So we got that, but it's like I feel like that Ximing's character was very, very frustrating to me, especially when he started to feel like the bad guy to you, because all he wanted was to make sure that Xi became the emperor of Kongsang, go back and claim his rightful throne, when it's like he doesn't want any of that. And it's like, oh my gosh, like, and then how him trying to push Shuru to him, and she just went along with it because she's a hungry power lady. It's like, that's why I said she doesn't deserve Qinggang at all, like towards like when like episode 35 and on, when she's finally realizing, you know, like, I'm so sorry, like, I shouldn't be like this. It's like, oh, man, that's why I don't watch anymore, lady. She's like that. So, but I mean, she's not as bad as Bichang. Bichang was worse, but still, like, she was really, really annoying and frustrating. And so, I honestly, to me, in my opinion, I'm really glad that she, in a way, when you look at it, even though she fight to get the most powerful man, she still didn't get it because of the way her personality and her attitude is. So she kind of deserved it. But you know, so far, I didn't watch like some of the stuff in between. It was kind of like just like, oh, whatever, or let it play and see parts and parts of it. There's a lot of things that happen in between, like, you know, the Mer folks, the Sea Kingdom. I didn't really focus much on that, but they had like a history behind it, leading to why the prophecy was even made, leading to why in the past anyways, why like the dragon was locked up at the bottom, you know, and all of that. And that's what, like, you see, like, Shi's character, you're kind of like, what is he in the first place? Like, honestly, Alan Fong is a big, like, what's the word, a big actor, and for him, like, he just can't play a side character, and you kind of get it. Yeah, he plays a big role in here. It's just his little things build up to him at the end of what he's supposed to be. But I mean, that is the review for The Longest Promise. I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts of it, my reviews of what I think of this drama. I like it. I really enjoyed the beginning. Honestly, in my opinion, the first 20 episodes was really good. It really sucked you in. And kind of like in between there, you're kind of just like the 10 episodes after that, it's just kind of like all over the place. They get split up. They're not together anymore. They're always arguing. A lot of things happen. And then, like, if you're really mainly just looking for the romance, in my opinion, like the first 20 episodes and the last like 5 episodes is like the good parts of it. But other than that, like in between, you're kind of just like frustrated with certain people. But if you're not looking for the romance and you're really looking for like the whole story of it, like the whole him being the Crown Prince, the prophecy of him being what he's gonna end, the Sea Kingdom versus the Kongsang people, the whole thing. Watch the whole thing and ignore all the other stuff and watch the whole thing, and basically, like, especially episode 20 to 30 will give you everything right there. But yeah, blabbering on for too long. Check it out if you guys have not. I know the reviews for it, everybody's been loving it, everybody's been waiting for it, and obviously, like I said, it's called The Longest Promise. We waited the longest for it already to come out. I mean, the trailer basically gave us the ending of the drama, basically, the trailer, but it was really good. I really like it, I really enjoy it, and obviously Sean, his acting is really good. He's never failed in his dramas. He's never failed to perform out there, showcase his character. But yeah, check it out if you guys have not. It's a total 40 episode. It is long, but honestly, it is not long like how it used to be, where dramas used to be very long. It's just 40 episodes. Watch it if you guys have not. But that's it for today's drama review, and I will see you guys next time.